Game of the Year.
Game of the Year. Yeah, Game of the Year 2000. Woo!
Millennial Edition.
Fucking Millennial Edition. Do you want to start? I'll start. You start.
I'll start
right.
with Chu Chu Rocket, which, as far as I know, is the only like Dreamcast exclusive on the entire list. Not that I owned a Dreamcast, but I just play it around a friend's house. It's either that or a generous demo. But no, basically,
you needed a Dreamcast then for a generous demo.
Yeah.
Did you get a demo of a
A
Dreamcast?
Dreamcast demo, yeah. But yeah, it was sort of like a puzzle game where you had to like, as far as I can remember, there was like a sort of top-down grid thing,
Yeah.
and like you could put in things that would. It was sort of like Lemmings, but you were trying to get mice to a rocket instead of lemmings
to a place.
And there was like cats you had to avoid, and I think you could like collect bits of cheese on the way and things like that.
My first honourable mention, and it's one of your honourable mentions as well, so we'll get that out of the way, is 007 Racing.
Ooh.
So there seems to be a theme of a racing game in each one at the moment. But yeah, 007 Racing, I remember being as good as you'd expect, really. Like it was like a bit like a more serious kind of kart racer, but with 007.
Was there? I don't actually remember there being an actual race mode in it. I can remember there being like a versus mode where you basically drove around and blew each other up.
Yeah. I remember that there was, and it will kind of go with the title.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just basically a James Bond game, but you were in cars. But I honestly can't remember any racing in it.
I can't remember a lot of it, but again, it's one that I know I played.
Also,
and
fun
enjoyed.
fact: the name Gomledge actually came from me playing 007 Racing.
Oh wow! Wow, it's quite old then.
In that I was because there's like a name input for like multiplayer, because it's player 1, player 2. I just picked a load of random letters and it came out as Gomledge. And me and Will just like sat there laughing for about 10 minutes. Just...
It's been you ever since.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I don't remember a lot of it, but yeah.
It was good fun. I remember having a lot of fun with it and doing like we'd do like stunt runs.
Yeah.
And then you could like watch the replay and like do it in slow motion and stuff like that. I think you could anyway. I remember doing that.
Yeah.
My next one was 007 Racing. The one after that is Hogs of War, which is basically Worms, but 3D before Worms was 3D.
Okay.
But instead of worms, there were pigs in like army uniforms.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really good. It was basically just worms but with pigs. And no, I think Rick Mail did like a voiceover for like the intro video and the story mode stuff. I think there's another game that I borrowed from like Choices. But no, there's a it is on Good Old Games, but apparently the AI for the single player stuff's not been ported very well, and they just stand there. So
yeah,
I don't know. I might get it for multiplayer purposes at some point, but I remember having a lot of fun with it because it was Worms but 3D
with pigs
before Worms was 3D with pigs. Yeah.
My next one is Spider-Man, which is the one before the films. So this wasn't the film game.
Because I think the first film one was on PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this I remember I spent a lot of time on this game. And it had the more kind of classic villains in. Like Vulture, and I'm probably getting all these names wrong. These are what I remember the names being.
Electric Man.
Electro? Anyway.
I think I might have played this. I definitely played a PS1 game that was Spider-Man.
Was it a demo?
It wasn't a demo. I borrowed it from a friend.
But yeah, I think one of the things that I remember that was the best about it is, like in the more modern Spider-Mans, the
Spider-Man,
Spider-Men, the swinging mechanic, like you have to swing from buildings.
Yeah.
Whereas this literally was just like,
yeah.
and you could go above the buildings.
Mm.
It's like, what are you? Yeah, and I remember Venom and Carnage being in it, and they were, yeah, I liked them. I remember the last level actually. It was like it turned into a 2D side-scrolling type thing. Yeah.
Worrying about the wrong batteries.
Yeah, but that was really good.
Yeah, my prevailing memory of it was the cheats for it that you could use to get like different Spider-Men. So that you could play as just like Peter Parker.
Yes.
And things like that. And I think there was one with like the Amazing Bag Man or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun just like going through like the first level with all the different
Yeah.
all the different things you could be.
I think, as well, one of the things that I really liked about it, I'm pretty sure it was this one, I don't think it was the first film one, was the voiceover, that like the narrator, who like went through the tutorials and stuff, was really sarcastic. So it was like, oh, well done, you shot a web. It's like,
Was it J. Jonah Jameson Jr.?
It wasn't.
I'm amazed how quickly I managed to say that.
007 The World Is Not Enough. I'm having difficulty remembering it. Let me get
I remember playing it vaguely.
I remember playing the first level a lot.
That one with like the airport thing and the security scanner. Then like you walk through and it beeps and it's like, oh god. Or am I?
No, I don't think. Maybe that was, but I think the first level on this one was you like go up to someone's hotel room. This one, I think, and then you use a briefcase to rappel out of the window or something. I mean, I might be taking that from the film too much, and it may be that it wasn't in the game, but yeah, I remember playing that possibly a lot.
I think I remember playing that as well.
Or is that Tomorrow Never Dies? That might be Tomorrow Never Dies. Fucking hell. I'm doing it again. I'm getting confused between 1 and 2.
I think I remember playing this when I was in New Zealand, and we had like a holiday home that we'd rented for while we were over there.
Rental copy.
And there was like we rented the whole house. And basically, there was like an annex, and there was like a Nintendo 64 in there. And it had, I'm not sure what it had exactly on it, but it had Pokemon Stadium and The World Is Not Enough, which was basically all we played on it. But there may have been other things as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so rental copy of that.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Shall I start with Game of the Year?
Go on then.
Right. My first Game of the Year thing is Metal Slug 3, which is probably in terms of the game, the best Metal Slug game.
What was the one we played?
The one we played was 3.
Oh, okay.
But I prefer some of the characters in 4. I don't know why. You know, like as much characterization as they've got.
Yeah.
You know? But no, I mean it's just so ridiculous.
It is
and,
very ridiculous.
Like, I mean, the fact that like there's like the whole plot twist thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're fighting this army guy. Oh, now he's an alien.
Yeah. Now you're fighting with the army guys.
And I mean, you've got the zombie level where your grenades turn into just puking blood like across the whole screen. Yeah.
Yeah. I did enjoy Metal Slug. I can imagine.
You're about to say Metal Gear Slug. Because I was.
What a sneaking involved.
Yeah.
No, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I enjoyed it, and I think as well, for such a short game, it probably has quite a high replayability.
I've played it loads and loads of times.
Yeah, which is good. But yeah, go on then. Do you want to pop out your next one?
Yeah. Oh Jesus, I've got. Oh Christ.
Yeah, you've got 3.
All right, I'll do Spyro: Year of the Dragon.
Tiny Dragons.
Tiny Dragons, which is my favourite Spyro game.
Okay, not 2.
This is one that, like, get ready for this, right? I owned this.
Oh my god!
I bought a copy of this game.
You bought
I bought a copy. It wasn't a demo, and I didn't borrow it.
Oh my god!
I
think this is genuinely a first.
But yeah, it had all the good things we've said about previous Spyro games, and like Gateway to Glimmer, I remember getting incredibly far and then getting stuck. Yeah, I remember I think it was Year of the Dragon, but there were like sort of like almost achievements before achievements were a thing.
Hmm.
And there's one which was like Leap of Faith, which was like the only one I didn't have.
Isn't that from Assassin's Creed?
This is before Assassin's Creed.
Ah.
Assassin's Creed copied it from this. Basically, you're at the top of this really high thing. There's like a bale of hay that's definitely not thick enough to stop your fall.
That sounds familiar.
And no, basically, it was like at the very start of one of the levels, there was like a building to your left and like a cliff, which normally would look like, oh, that's just the edge of the level.
Mm.
But if you like jump behind the building and you can't like get the camera anyway, there's like a bit where you can land on.
Okay.
I think there might have been like a collectible there, and like the achievement things were just clues as to how to get the thing. And but no, I remember that caught me out for a long time. And good game. There was like a snowboarding boss where like you had to race something on a snowboard that had rockets on it.
Sounds good.
I think there were like some mini games where you played as the dragonfly as well.
Okay, yeah.
And it was like a sort of top-down stick shooter kind of thing. But yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with that.
Mm.
So much fun that I bought it. Like, it's high praise for 2000, Josh.
It really is. Do you want to put your last one out on there?
Yeah, right. My last one is Tekken Tag Tournament, which is up there with Tekken 3, and now is somewhat made redundant by Tekken Tag Tournament 2, but it's just, I mean, it's like Tekken, but double Tekken. So,
Okay.
I mean, we've mentioned Tekken before, and it's like all the good things about that, like the complete wackiness of it, and like fairly tight fight mechanics as well. So,
I wouldn't agree.
Yeah.
Well, at least not with 2, I've not played 1. But
no,
I can't imagine it's any different whatsoever. Wait, we're talking about Mortal Kombat here.
It's another one of these games that there's not really a lot I can say about it other than I have spent a thoroughly ungodly amount of time of my life playing it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Enjoyed almost all of it.
So, talking about spending an ungodly amount of time playing it, that brings me nicely onto my candidate, which is The Sims, which is just, I don't know how it's not going to win.
Yeah, I'll give you this one because it's in both of our lists.
Yeah.
So the reason that I didn't put it as Game of the Year for this one is because I've never
played the first one.
Properly played it. Like, I played it at a friend's house. I don't think I've ever played a demo of it, but
I don't even know if there were demos.
But no, I mean my main Sims thing was Sims 2.
Yeah, I think mine was as well.
That's the one that I'm familiar with. But I mean, no, I do remember playing bits of the Sims well enough to kind of be happy with. I mean, it's like, I don't know if you're one of these people that just does cheats all the time.
I wasn't when I started.
But I mean, I think I probably did with Sims because I played it with friends, and I can remember the physics of building not being quite as stringent as 2, so you could just like
with balconies and things.
Yeah, so I'd always just have like balconies that just went like
way
just
out,
like one tile thick, just like going out miles, going around, going into like the bathroom, like on the other side of the house or something.
I remember
like secret passages. Only secret when you're in the inside.
And I think as well, like I get like I've forgotten what I was talking about last time, but it's highly accessible to everyone. Yeah. So like if you go up to someone, most people will have played at least one of the Sims games. Yeah. And I think like that as a kind of flag for the whole series. It's just, and there's something spookily time-consuming about controlling other people's lives.
Yeah, it's like being able to control, like it's like a life simulator, but it's kind of condensed enough.
Yeah.
That I don't know, it makes it more interesting than real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's probably the wrong way of putting it.
And there are kind of weird moments when you're playing The Sims where, like, say your sim is sat at a computer playing a video game.
Yeah.
And you're, like, watching someone at a computer playing a video game while sat at a computer playing a video game. It's like, what is this? But I think, like, that just adds to it. Like, it just, yeah. So, Sims, I think.
Game of the Year.
Game of the Year 2000.
2000. Millennium Edition.
No graphics. Millennium, fuck off with your Millennium Edition.
Jesus. The thumbnail's just going to be the Millennium Dome.
With Sims written up. Yeah. Woo! Maxis, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Well
right.
done, Maxis.
Do likes and subscribes and comment if you think we're wrong.
Click his face, you've got to put an annotation in now to see more of his videos. Here we
Click
go.
his face also for his videos.
In there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.